everybody, it's what Jim, and let's go ahead and do the game review for the latest game in Life is Strange franchise, and that is Life is Strange True Colors. This won't contain any spoilers, so if you haven't played the game, don't worry about being spoiled, and you can let me know what you thought of this game in the comment section below, but no spoilers, as this is a non-spoiler review. So that being said, let's start off with the good for this game. So I talked pretty briefly about the characters in the story, but the characters I really enjoyed. I thought they were done rather well. I felt like they were all developed quite nicely. Some of them maybe could have been developed a bit more, but as far as the main characters are concerned, they were developed perfectly, and I really felt for the characters, I think they all did brilliant performances as those characters as well. I thought the side characters, I think are my favourite from the Life is Strange series. I just really enjoyed them. Each one had something unique about them, and it was just really great just to see loads of different characters in this game. I felt like I got to know the most characters in this game compared to all the other ones in the Life is Strange franchise. I don't know if that's just me, but I've not played any of the other Life is Strange games in a while. I've only done this one lately, so but I felt like I got to know more characters in this one than I did in any of the other Life is Strange games. I also thought that the writing was done pretty much perfectly here. I feel like some of the writing in Life is Strange can be improved upon. I felt like this one, it felt like it needed the improvement of the writing the least. I still didn't feel like it was perfect, but I thought that the writing was definitely done rather well. So for the world building, this might be my favourite Life is Strange game for the world building. It's either this one or the first Life is Strange, which I'll be comparing quite a lot in this video. But I just really enjoyed the world building here. It felt like an actual place to go. I felt like it was the place that I wanted to go, and it just looked like a really beautiful and peaceful place to live as well. And another really good thing about this game is you don't have to wait a month or a few months for each episode, which is phenomenal to see. All the episodes are available straight away, including the Wavelengths DLC, which you do have to pay separately for. But I think there is a version of the game that you can buy that and the DLC together. But I just love that all the episodes are straight away, so you can do as many episodes straight away as you want. You don't have to wait a month or a few months for each episode. I just absolutely love that. And decision games, especially Life is Strange, they need to do this for every single game they do. But I think every single decision game should have this feature, so you don't have to wait monthly or 2 months for each episode. I think the gameplay is quite fun and enjoyable to play, as well as the power that Alex gets. Alex is the main character in the game, Alex Chen. And I think she did an amazing performance. The actress who played her did an amazing performance for Alex Chen. And I just love that her powers lets her control people's emotions, and I felt like it was a very unique and interesting power. If they do make another Life is Strange game, I honestly don't know what power they would do next. I don't think there's too many more options that they could really do. Maybe someone with a speed ability might be quite interesting, but I've got a few ideas for another Life is Strange game, which I could do a video on it. I'm not really sure yet. I think the graphics are beautiful to look at, and by far the best in the series. It's one of the best video games, I think, in terms of the graphics. I just think it was just breathtaking. It's beautiful to look at. There were just some times I was just looking at just the scenery because of just how realistic and how amazing it looked. The music and soundtrack is amazing in my opinion, and I love it more than the first Life is Strange soundtrack from 2015. This is my favourite soundtrack from any of the Life is Strange games. I just really enjoyed it. It was not really songs that I choose to listen to, but there were a couple of songs that I did know, so it was quite cool to hear them in the game. And it was just quite a varied game soundtrack. I just really enjoyed it. I thought the whole game was just a very emotional experience. I felt loads of different emotions playing the game. I felt happy. I felt sad. I felt somewhere in between. I thought the pacing for the game was done rather well. maybe some of the episodes could have been a bit longer, which I think I have mentioned in the bad for this game. There are mini games in the game which are fun to play and are a nice touch. I was not expecting to see any mini games. There's not too many, but I think that was just the right amount. I want to also quickly mention about the Wavelengths DLC, which I have played. I thought it was very enjoyable and relaxing to play. It was great to learn more about the character Steph, which you actually play as, and she's a side character, and one of the main characters, I guess, in Life is Strange True Colors. It was just cool to play as her in the Wavelengths DLC, and I think she is my favourite character from the game. I just find her very likable, just very charismatic. She's my favourite character from the Wavelengths DLC, which you don't see many characters in, and she's also my favourite in Life is Strange True Colors as well. She's just a really, really likable and just fun character to see. And she also appeared in Life is Strange Before the Storm from 2017. I didn't realise she was actually in that game. I had to watch the scenes that she was in from Before the Storm again, and I was like, oh, that's Steph. I completely forgot that she was in Life is Strange Before the Storm, and I like the idea of being on the radio, because the whole DLC is about Steph doing her radio show. And it was just a great and unique experience, but it was quite repetitive after a while, which I will talk more about in the bad for the DLC. But speaking of the bad, we'll go ahead and talk about the bad for Life is Strange True Colors and for the Wavelengths DLC. So for the bad, the gameplay is nothing too unique. However, it's still enjoyable and fun to play. Each chapter should have had a cutscene that shows what's happened in the previous chapter as a reminder, just in case you've had a couple of days off the game and you can't remember what happened in the last episode. That had happened to me, and I just had to get my head around. I had to pause a few moments thinking, what happened in this part? I need to remember. So I think a previously option, maybe a skippable cutscene, would have been a good idea in case you don't need a reminder, or in case you do need a reminder. And I think there are a couple of chapters where it ends too quick, and it can make the chapter a little bit shorter than it should be. In my opinion, I just feel like the episodes could be maybe 20-30 minutes longer for some of them. Now we'll talk about the bad for the Wavelengths DLC. That was the bad for the True Colors part of Life is Strange. So, of Life is Strange True Colors. So, it can get repetitive after a while, like what I mentioned in the good. It's about, I'd say maybe about 60, maybe 70% through. I did get a little bit bored. I was still enjoying it, but it was getting a little bit too groundhoggy for me. I just made that word up. I think the DLC should have been shorter, and I think it should have also been a free addition to the game, or maybe it being a bit cheaper. That's what I'm going to say for the good and for the bad, for Life is Strange True Colors, and for the Wavelengths DLC. Now we'll talk about the verdict for the game. So I recommend this game to people who like Life is Strange and decision-making games, and I rate this Life is Strange True Colors. I rate this game a 9 out of 10. It's my favourite in the Life is Strange franchise, and I rate the DLC an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a pretty great DLC. So now I'm going to go ahead and rank the Life is Strange games, and you can let me know your rankings for these in the comment section below. So this is also going to be including the spin-off game, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit as well. So when number 5 is Life is Strange 2 from 2018, and the season ended in 2019, I thought it was good. Some of the episodes didn't really work for me, and there were just quite a few moments I thought, did it really have to go that way? But for me, I'd rate it a 7.5 out of 10. My number 4 is Life is Strange Before the Storm in 2017 and ended 2018. Same score, 7.5 out of 10, but I did feel like it had a bit more emotion for me. That's why I preferred it to Life is Strange 2. And my number 3 is The Ultimate Adventures of Captain Spirit. If you count this as one, I'm not even sure if it is a spin-off. I think it is though. But I included just in case. It's from 2018, 8 out of 10. I had a pretty great time playing it. And number 2 is Life is Strange in 2015, 9 out of 10. It's got my favourite story and power from the series. I absolutely love the story. I absolutely love the power that Max has in that game. And my number one is Life is Strange True Colors from 2021, this year, and I rate it a 9 out of 10. An amazing decision game. Highly recommend it. And that's all I gotta say for my review, and for the rankings of Life is Strange True Colors. So hope you enjoyed this video. You can let me know your thoughts on Life is Strange True Colors and the Wavelengths DLC in the comment section below, but no spoilers. As the non-spoiler review, I just had an absolute blast playing this game. I think Square Enix, who published the game, I can't remember who developed the game, but everyone who was involved definitely did an amazing job here, and I look forward to seeing what they've got next in the series. And I think I'm looking forward to playing it again. I wouldn't mind playing Life is Strange True Colors again. So that's all I'll say in terms of Life is Strange True Colors. But I want to say one more thing, and that is John Lennon, who's behind me here, sadly passed away today. It was 41 years ago today. He sadly passed away in New York City. So in a moment, I'll be having a few pictures dedicated to him. So you can go ahead and say rest in peace, a piece of John Lennon in the comment section below. I'll go ahead and like it and maybe reply back. I try and like and reply every single comment I get. The ones that I find actually good comments. I get some random comments sometimes and don't really reply to those ones because they don't really make much sense to me. So that's really all I'm gonna say here. Again, rest in peace to you, John Lennon, and peace and love to you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And until then, ciao, and peace and love.